And welcome along to Hive Live Extra, your place for exclusive reaction and analysis following Watford's 2-0 defeat away at Huddersfield Town. Here with me in the studio to talk through the game, we've got the former Hornets defender Paul Robinson, and fresh from commentary duty, the former Hornets striker Tommy Mooney. Tommy, with that, we'll come to you first. I know you've had a couple of games this season, 0-0 stinkers that haven't been easy to talk about, but I imagine that was a bit of a test today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a test, and it was so disappointing the way we conceded the 2 goals, and then we huffed and puffed going forward, but never really had any real quality in the final third, so it was a disappointing afternoon.
Yeah, usually in these situations, Robbo, we do try and pick out the positives, but it's pretty tough after that, isn't it? It was just disappointing.
Very tough, because we want to be positive. We want to be constructive about our team that we're following, that we want to do well. And there's bits in the game that you could say, okay, we had spells where we had good opportunities to be more ruthless in front of goal. But other than that, I mean, geez, I'll be banging a few heads after the game.
Yeah, Tommy, you said, I think during commentary, there just seemed to be a bit of a lack of energy and enthusiasm. Where do you think that came from? What do you put your finger on it today?
I don't know. I think we had a fabulous dressing room when we played here, and if somebody was taking their foot off the pedal, then there was 6, 7 other guys that'd make sure they put it back on that pedal. And the dressing room helped the manager out by almost policing and running itself. And I'm sure we've played at other clubs where it's happened. Yeah, the teams that are successful are the ones that have a good dressing room. I think that dressing room just needs some encouragement and livening up, because the pace of our attacking play is just not good enough today.
Well, we're all about exclusive reaction here on Hive Live Extra. So with that, we can head pitchside now to the John Smith Stadium.
Tom, that's a hugely disappointing afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously still raw, half an hour after the game. We brought on our own problems, as we know. That's obvious, and then just lacked a cutting edge up at the other end. But yeah, hugely disappointing. It's hopefully it doesn't knock our confidence too much, but yeah, we can't let the gap get too big to the top 2.
Do you just know it's going to be one of those bad days at the office when players of the calibre of Ben Foster and Etienne Capoue are making mistakes like that?
I don't think you can do. I think for what I've learned, if you don't believe that you can come back from 2-0 down, then there's no point coming out for the second half. So we said in there that you have to keep the belief. An early goal changes everything, but no matter how much we knocked on their door, and maybe with a lack of quality sometimes, but we just couldn't make the breakthrough today.
Would you agree a few too many days like this away from home?
Yeah, I would, yeah. And to only win 2 out of 9 or 10 away games is not good enough if you want to be up there for automatic promotion. So yeah, it's something we need to address. I think it's more of a mentality thing than a we've got the players to do it. So yeah, like I said, today still hurts quite a lot, and we need to move on quickly.
I think we said during the game, actually, you look at that squad, those players, whether it's the 11 or the bench, and it's just perplexing how we've come away from that game, not only empty-handed, but lost in the way that we have.
Yeah, I think it's disappointing. Everybody looks at the squad that Watford have got, and you think it's all set for promotion back to the Premier League. The game is more difficult than that. But what I think we're struggling with the moment is doing the simple things, doing them well. We're tending to complicate things, and Ben's made a mistake, Capoue's made a mistake. Everybody's entitled to make a mistake. But I was always told the harder you work, the luckier you get. And today I don't think we worked as hard as we should have.
Would you echo that, Robbo? I can see you're nodding away there.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. What Tommy's just said there is right. But I'd also say is that when you lose a game, you lose having a go. So I don't mind a team that you work for, you lose, but you make sure that you lose knowing that you've given 100%. When you come off that pitch, your head's held low, you've lost, but you've also given your all. And there wasn't enough out there today that could say that they could do that.
Well, in a week's time, they'll be back here at Vicarage Road, taking on top of the table Norwich City. Tommy, I think after a performance like that, the fans would rightly be fearing that one a little bit. But speaking as a former player, actually, is that quite good opposition to have? You know, a real proper side to test yourselves against that you know are going to give you a hard time?
Yeah, I think we've seen in the Brentford game this midweek. Sometimes it's better to play against the better teams. They've come out of the Premier League, we've come out of the Premier League. They've adapted better to the Championship than we have at this stage. There's 9 points difference. But there's still a long way to go. And having such a big game and a tough game that we know it's going to be tough right from now, whereas Huddersfield, we didn't know whether it was going to be tough or not. The players can get their heads around that. And also on the training pitch between now and the Boxing Day game, you can make it worthwhile from all of the time you've got to spend away from your family by being a footballer around Christmas is winning that Boxing Day game, whoever it is. The fact it's Norwich, I think, helps us.
Yeah. Speaking of spending time away from your family, it's going to be a difficult week for everyone. So with that, Robbo, I'm sure the players will feel perhaps a little bit of extra responsibility to try and deliver a result on Boxing Day and just show a bit of a reaction, because these fans, let's face it, we're going to need a bit of a morale boost, aren't we, come Boxing Day?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing there, what you just said, a reaction.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants to see now. Disappointing today, right, it's gone, there's nothing we can do about it, we have to move on, and there's no better game to play in than Norwich. What a team to be playing against, both come down from the Premier League. Let's go out and give them a go. Give them a right good game, let's get the fans all happy and excited again. We've just had Christmas, game to look forward to, and it's the best, like Tommy said there as well, it's the best game to be possibly coming up from, which is Norwich.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave it there with some fighting talk from Robbo. Tommy, we'll see you again on Boxing Day. Robbo, thanks for your efforts today. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
And for you at home, all that's left to say is do have a Merry Christmas, stay safe, look after each other, and a reminder once more, we will be with you here on Boxing Day when Watford play host to Norwich City. What a game that is going to be. We'll have 45 minutes of build-up for you here on Hive Live starting at 7 o'clock. On Boxing Day, watfordfc.com/Hive Live. So a difficult result today, but do try and have a Merry Christmas with you and your loved ones, and we'll see you in a week.
Don't go anywhere, there's more to see here.